I, as well as many others, are often told by their parents to invest in a career that would provide stable financial support, and stable as if in a high paying job. Journalism was definitely not in the category, nor was it ever intended to be, seeing that no one had ever vouched for it, declaring that writers do, in fact, make more money than what people actually think. And that actually goes a lot to say for other careers, as Jeffrey Adams confirmed it with his own experiences.
And we had two kids who at the time were like probably 9, 8, and 12. And I simply looked at the opportunities that I had and said, you know what? These guys are sending me checks. They're not good checks, they're not big checks. I certainly can't live on it. And did I make that clear? I do not make my living on the Icebox Radio Theater. Okay, good. But they are checks, they are something. And even though there's no market in radio drama, especially then, that would have been about 2002 or 3, maybe I can be part of building one. And that started this trek where instead of focusing on what's my vision as an artist, I started focusing on what's opportunities are out there.
Adams, who runs a radio theater company called Icebox, recently came to speak to UMD students about the shift in the journalism world. In his career with radio theater, he barely made enough money to support his family. So in the long run, why should we pursue a career in journalism?
There is like one author, I think, who gets to be J.K. Rowling, and one recording artist who gets to be Justin Bieber. And then there's millions of others, you know, that long tail.
But with a different tactic, we can make it possible to live as a writer, and he explains how.
Everything. There really were two digital revolutions. The first one was more or less over when most of you were in grade school. There is no form of content I'm aware of now that doesn't go through a digital pipeline. Analog choices such as shooting on film or recording on audio tape, 16-channel tape as opposed to a digital source, those are all aesthetic choices now. There's plenty of people that take photographs with film and recording artists who want to work with tape. But if I'm a commercial sense and just in a general sense, it's all digital. And that, of course, has driven the price of every kind of production way down. And what's that done, of course, is it's created opportunities. Opportunities to create art. So the good news is, for your generation, you get to make the rules. The bad news is you're going to have to. Because I don't know that the existing rules are really going to matter anymore. There's this third stage of finding your voice. And I know we talk about that in all of art. What is your voice? It's a nebulous process. It's different for everybody. But it is something to aim for. Because once you can move to a form of storytelling in which your own ear is the determining factor, that's when things get really exciting. You know, and as the amount of content explodes outward, like the Big Bang, I think that's what you need. You need community.